And then they send me right back to Kekela Ward, and I was in this full-on straitjacket and everything. And then right when I went out of there, I went into the rehabilitation facility and I got clean.
Man, you Joe's kind of chick.
I was just gonna say,
you like them all messed up, all messed up.
So fast forward, here we are,
Fast
2012. Forward. I mean, do some of these events in your life have an influence on the music?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I actually now I only have a few songs that are about that. Amazingly, but I try to kind of move on from that. It was really cool. We just had a show at the Shell and with the Honolulu Symphony Orchestra or Hawaii Symphony Orchestra.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it was actually at the Shell, which I used to live in the park right there, and I used to hear the music coming out of there. So I was like, this is unreal for me. You know? It was the coolest, probably the highlight of my life to this point. You know, but yeah.
So coming out of that whole situation, how did you kind of get back into your music?
I actually decided to gather up some money and take some guitar lessons for once. And this guy that I took from Eldon Tokuzano, he was like, oh, you know, he's like, actually, you should just play with these guys. They're looking for a vocalist and a guitarist, a rhythm guitarist. So why don't you just, you know, let me introduce you to them. And he never taught me guitar ever again. I probably stuck to him, but anyways. So I started playing with this group, Ho'okahileo, which was traditional Hawaiian. I used to sing falsetto Hawaiian. And then overnight, because of like complex situation with my vocal cords and stuff, I lost my falsetto completely.
Wow.
Overnight.
Wow.
And so I was playing with them for 2 years, and we'd go around the islands and stuff doing all Hawaiian falsetto, and then I just quit.
That's crazy, because I mean, that's kind of like a pianist like losing one hand, because that's a whole nother range, right? That you can't.
Yeah,
that you're used to.
It's very frustrating. Ooh. But then what happened was I started playing music that I really grew up listening to and I really liked, because I was forced into, you know, this other, I had to get out of the Hawaiian thing, which I was only actually, I love Hawaiian music and stuff, but I was only singing it because that's what paid the bills.
Gotcha.
You know, I wasn't playing like, you know, Motown and like R&B and soul like I wanted to, because that wasn't, at the time it didn't pay the bills. But then it turns out that when I started singing soul and R&B and stuff, that's when I started getting just like jobs left and right. And so it actually worked out. I mean, there's always a reason for everything happening the way it does. And so I'm really fortunate, though, that I was well received, though, in Hawaii.
Who are some of your influences?
Oh, wow. Everyone from John Mayer. I grew up listening to a lot of Hispanic music. You know, my mom, like, vacuums the house, and she's, like, Latin dancing and stuff. So I listened to a lot of Edie Gourmet, Los Panchos, and Gloria Estefan, and all that kind of stuff. But I also listened to Stevie Wonder, Donny Hathaway, you know, everyone under the sun, like, back in the day. Jimi Hendrix, you know, for guitar and all that kind of stuff. Jose Feliciano, all that. You
know what? Part of your bio I was reading, you were actually part of a show that was out there, or you were featured in one of the shows out there. It's a mainstream show. MTV Real World?
Oh, The Real World. Yeah. No, it was, oh yeah. They did a feature on me, and they just talked a little bit about my life and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
She's like, yeah, it was kind of lightweight.
Yes, yeah.
It was.
I had really bright red hair.
So, can we find those pictures on Google?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Which one's the bright red one?
Bright red hair?
You probably can, actually, yeah. I think you could if you just Google YOZA.
Now, I've seen your YouTube, and you're a phenomenal vocalist.
Thank you very much.
Really soulful.
Thank you.
Where does that come from? I mean, because you were raised in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And I know there's a lot of soulful singers out there, you know. But, I mean, that's the last place, right, that you would find?
I know. Actually, that's why I'm here. I'm glad I get to speak on it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I said, I love Hawaiian music. I started playing that, you know, and everything. But the thing is that's really sad is that there's a lot of very talented soul and R&B singers in the islands.
Yeah.
Kimmy A. Minor's one. Kaleo del Sol is another one. Jeremy Chang. There's so many people. I mean, Bruno Mars is from Hawaii, you know. And we have to move to the mainland to make it anywhere because we can't get radio play. Period. We just can't get radio play. So, I mean, you have people like Kimmy. Kimmy is coming in October. You know, I moved here. There's a few of my friends that have just moved here recently or are planning on moving here. And, you know, just to try to represent Hawaii, but playing the music that we do.
So are they finding success coming out here? This is the move
well,
to make,
it's
right?
actually almost like a movement because it almost like happened just this year. Everyone's suddenly just starting to come out here doing this, you know, and we're trying to just represent Hawaii the best that we can out here doing the kind of music that we do with a little bit of influences too, you know, from the islands and, you know, and stuff like that. Yeah.
So what are the projects you're working on right now?
I got an EP that's going to be released in December, finally. I got my producer right now is Matt Honda. He's also, I believe he's producing Ryan Leslie as well. But he works at Avix and stuff like that with really, really good people. And he's just a really awesome producer.
Nice.
I love working with him, yeah.
With Ryan Leslie.
No. I wish I was working with Ryan.
No.
I'm sorry.
You're producing. That's all right. My eardrums are bleeding right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Seriously.
Probably blew about 50 million speakers out there.
Yeah, probably.
Everyone's like, damn.
So where can people find you performing out here locally in LA or outside LA?
Right now, like, you know, I'm from the island, so I really slack off a lot. So I actually got offered a few gigs in Hollywood that I completely just dropped the ball on.
That's no problem. You know what? When you get that information, we're going to put it on our
I will.
site,
but
right?
I'm also playing at My Thai Bar quite frequently, like twice a week. I'll be playing there, I believe, on Saturday. I think so, yeah, Saturday. Okay. Yeah. But if you look on the My Thai
that's right, ladies and gentlemen, some residual effects from previous lifestyle. But we will help her out, and it'll be on the Facebook page.
Like, I don't know whether I'm coming or going. Come on now.
She's going to be at the My Thai Bar, which is 97 Aquarium Way in the beautiful downtown Long Beach, California. Yeah. Right above Joe Sad's favorite restaurant,
Bubba Gump's.
Yeah. You should say that your favorite restaurant is Mai Tai so that they don't go there and spend all their money
second
and then
favorite.
they come back up and they don't.
My bad, Isaiah. My bad, brother.
What are you doing to me, Joe?
I don't know.
Come on now. Man, he just put me in there. Now I'm not going to get no sponsorships.
They'll be like, can I have a water?
Yeah.
Please, because
Joe
I'm
Sad,
stuck.
you're banned
I
from
just
here.
ate. Joe told me to eat down here.
Come on
instead.
now. Come on.
So can we do a couple songs? Is that okay?